It's like this and like that and like this.
Hey, this is Benny, and you're in the Benny Zone. Okay, I was just looking at my newer videos, and I haven't really talked about anything the last few videos. A lot of them have been kind of thought-provoking and with music behind it, and you've only heard my voice and haven't seen me. So I figure I'd do this video and just touch base on some stuff. I really want to touch base on something because I've seen it around just the last few weeks. I didn't understand how evident it was, or how like in your face it was, until maybe a few days ago. I mean, I knew the world was messed up and stuff, but I didn't realize how much hate there is out there. How much like people are just mean and like just bad-hearted. I don't know if that's the right word, but like driving. People are really mean driving, and people are just in bad moods, and there's no kindness in the world. There's no like people stepping out of their way to sort of be nice to people. It's always like scowl, or someone's cursing at someone under their breath, or this or that, you know what I mean? There's no like, hi, how are you doing, or oh, okay, you made a mistake. Like driving, like people turning the same time and the other one's cursing at the other one. There's no balance where like people are like, alright, I made a mistake, my bad, or go ahead, you go first. There's always like just so much anger and so much hate, and it's kind of like when you sit back and watch, it's like, damn, are we really that out of it? Are we really that far from where we want to be? Or is people just out for themselves and they don't care about anyone else? I don't know. Has anyone else seen this in their daily lives, just watching people, like how they interact with other people? People are just hurtful. And of course they don't think about how their actions affect people.
It's like this and like that and like this.
Another thing. I was at McDonald's the other day with my mom and my mom's friend's daughter, and we were sitting in the back by the playground thing, and she was playing. I think 3 or 4 young adults, probably in their mid-20s, they brought in a group of kids, and the kids were probably in their teens, maybe mid-teens, late teens, and you could see that they were autistic, or physically and mentally challenged. And for those who don't know much about autism, there's several different kinds. A lot of times the non-verbal autistic kids, they have a tendency to get very agitated and can escalate really fast. When they're frustrated, they have no ways of communication, like verbally. Usually they do sign language, and a lot of highly autistic nonverbal kids, they are very aggressive, can be very violent out of frustration. How do I know? I have an autistic brother, and we had to deal with that throughout his young life. He's in a home right now. So this group that they came in with was autistic, and one kid started flipping out and went through his scene. This video is not to bash anyone. The group of kids. The thing is with autistic kids, when you have a group of them and one starts going out of control, all of them start getting out of control, because they start getting agitated and they feel like the vibe where people aren't doing well, and they just all kind of feed off of it. So the staff was, I guess, trying to get it under control. And I just sat back and watched the reactions of the parents that were in the room where we were with their children and stuff. And I saw a few that rolled their eyes. One girl went over to the window and was watching, and the other mother pulled the kid away and said, "Do not stare." That's all she said, "Do not stare." That's nice, the "do not stare" part, but we have to educate her. The girl is probably like maybe 7, I want to say 7. We have to educate our kids. We can't just tell them, no, you can't do something. You got to tell them why they can't do something, or tell them what it's about. Why is the kid acting that way? Teach them about autism. I think the autism is one of the topics that are most pushed under the rug because no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to talk about it. Oh, it doesn't affect me, blah, 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 blah. That's great. It affects everyone. And it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed, and people need to be educated. These are people too. They have problems. Some were born with these problems. It may be genetic, some because of alcohol and maybe drugs in the mother's womb. Some of it's just complexities and the pregnancy. Some Down syndrome patients, some kids that are born with Down syndrome, sometimes the umbilical cord gets wrapped around maybe their throat or something, and it's just something doesn't go right with the developmental stage. So this is a topic I think people should talk about more and educate each other, educate their kids, educate their friends. Don't laugh at people. Don't stare at people. Don't make comments just because you don't understand it, because it's not right. People should speak up. People should speak up when something wrong is said. And I know people laugh and giggle and blush and turn away and act like it's not there. It's really disrespectful, if you ask me. That needs to be addressed. You got human beings there. They just have a tougher time than everyone else. They deserve the same amount of respect that you and me get. Me, myself, I was born with fetal alcohol syndrome, and if you know about fetal alcohol syndrome, a lot of walk in one day place. Well, I wasn't supposed to walk, but my adopted parents fought with. Would have known if I would have been maybe disabled. It's a possibility. So I hope that people would treat me like they treat me now, and really good. Wouldn't disrespect me like that by laughing and snickering and acting like it doesn't exist. Letting the comments happen. When you hear a comment and you say nothing about it, it's just as bad as when you say the comment. Because you're letting it happen. You're not standing up and saying this is wrong. You're like an accomplice. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. If you don't know about autism, write me a message. I'll be glad to discuss it with you. I'm sure there's plenty of sites online that will go into it in detail. I think it's a big thing, and I think people need to start educating themselves about it, because a lot of people are ignorant about it. I mean, it's out there, and I'm sure a lot of people know about it, but a lot of people choose to not venture into the unknown because they feel it has nothing to do with their existence. You'd be surprised. The things that you tend to walk away from, they tend to come back to you when it means something. So take that into consideration. And this has been another episode of the Benny Zone. And I'm Benny. I'll talk to y'all later. Alright. Peace.